so we're gonna try this. What is up, you guys? We're back. Just picking up where we left off last. It's been a couple months since I posted anything, but like I said, I've been on a schedule where I've been learning a lot of shit, so there's been a lot of cool stuff that is gonna be coming up, hopefully, in the near future. This guy right here is gonna be kind of where some content is gonna go. I finally cracked the code mentally on this. This is the Launchpad X for Ableton Live, so there has been a lot more music. The music that started this vlog right here is from this. So yeah, a lot of music content is going to be coming up. As you can see, I'm kind of swamped right now with music direction. We're in the beginning of a lot of different recording phases, which is good. I've always had a problem with trying to compartmentalize my thoughts, I think, and try and like push and continuously like try and make something, or at least just be trying to practice something. Sometimes I know musicians, we can be really hard on ourselves because we don't feel like we're ever putting out like enough content, or we're not putting out like the truest version of ourselves. But honestly, sometimes you just gotta relax. Sometimes you just gotta chill and just kind of just take it back, get back to your roots, find something new, find something that you like. And that's where I've been, at least musically. I've got so much hope and I guess aspirations now, and I have these 3 projects that I know are just where my brain's gonna be, and that's where the future I think of this channel is gonna be, at least on this side of things. I had kind of gone on a hiatus from my other channel right now, Howe TV, but that's not that it's gonna last forever. It's just I'm trying to direct that channel the right way I want to go. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, which direction I really do want to take it, if I want to change the format. But this will always be the vlog, so that's the one thing that I like about this one. But shameless plug on it, if you guys have never checked out Howe TV, if you like the stuff that I put on this channel, go over to the other channel. That's where all like the nerdy stuff is, and all the Gunpla stuff is at, and collections and figures, and just like 60% of my brain that goes over there. And then this is what is happening during it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a directly music channel. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see something like that. I just got to get more consistent of making content. Like I said, a lot of us are always like hypercritical that we don't feel like we're making enough, or that we take too long of breaks in between when we put stuff out. And I'm not trying to feed an algorithm. I'm just trying to make good music. I'm trying to get good inspiration and just kind of get my head right while everything has kind of been crazy in the world the past fucking, 4 or 5 years. Nonetheless, enough chatting, but I wanted to show you guys. I was going through the vlog and I was going through just different chapters we've gone through, and we're near 70. I'm near 70 videos. I think the next video is going to be 70, which is kind of crazy. And I think it's been cool to have like a retroactive perspective of my own life, which has been kind of a weird thing, because as you guys know, I've said in previous ones where, sometimes we just get in our head too much, and I think it's cool to go back down through the vlog and watch all 69 to 70 episodes of just this bullshit that I've been making. But I'm much more confident of a person. I think a lot has changed since the very beginning. I watched the first episode and I was still living at my parents' house, and like, it's been a trip. But it wasn't really that long ago. Like, all this shit is just kind of like, the vlog has always been a motivator, but it's a good expression. I like video editing. I like doing stuff like this. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening soon. So thank you guys for the beginning part of here. Just kind of let me explain. Like, I don't really have a time schedule for anything, but like, shit's coming. Just don't worry about it. But nonetheless, I was looking at one of the videos we just put a couple months ago. I think it's like the second to last one I did, where I talked about the Kendrick album and all the other vinyl that I had gotten throughout so far. And then I realized I have bought so much more, and kind of the coup de grace of this section of the video is what I found the other day. But I wanted to update you guys on just different records that I picked up, different pressings that are out there, what I guess has been coming in here to be fucking sampled and made into something. So yeah, before we start, I guess that's like a cool time to announce. So like, I have a new project that's coming up that's called Zazaby. So obviously you guys know it's my favorite mobile suit, so that's where the name really came from. But yeah, Zazaby is just a pure music, no singing, just like experimentative, make beats, try different shit, like learn a different skill, have a whole new project. So I'm really excited. I have a couple test tracks that I've been going through so far, and I think it's going to be very cool. But I will keep you guys posted on that later. But let's go through the records that we have found, do kind of a quick thing. I'm not going to dive through all of them, just want to let you guys know what I have picked up. And there's some cool shit in here, because I was going through it before, and it's pretty cool. The first one we're going to do, so I have gotten, I'll show you guys at the end of the video, it is my record player. I'm running through a Panasonic Audio-Technica SL23. That bitch was made in 1976. And it sounds phenomenal. And I got it running into this new Sony, I don't remember what the fuck it's called. You can buy them at Best Buy, they're like 160 bucks. But it's a Sony receiver, got phono, all the stuff, preamped, everything. It sounds phenomenal, so definitely we'll show that at the end of the video, just my setup and what I had to do to get it. And it's nothing crazy, but it gets the job done. But the first record that we're going to show is actually, I bought this at the same time when I got my record player. It's from a place called John's Camera here in Blacksburg, Virginia, where I live, where I reside. And this place is cool. They focus a lot in cameras and stuff, but the dude's got records, you got record players. And I was going through because I knew that I would want to use this for at least some upcoming projects, and definitely in Zazu, you're probably gonna hear stuff off of this record. But it is the Japanese melodies and flute and harp. This is a Jean-Pierre Rempala, so I think I said that right. But this album is fucking cool. I just was going through, he has like an international section, and I was just going through that, and I saw this sitting there, and I was like, oh, that's dope as shit. Let me just grab that. Because you can sample these records so easily. Like, they're very cool for beats. But then I was noticing, this is a French guy. He is he's a flautist, or a flutist. But it's a French flute and harp melody, but it's all Japanese songs. Very cool. I like listening to this. I like putting this on randomly if I'm playing like Ghost of Tsushima or some shit like that. Definitely I'm gonna be using this in a lot of stuff that's coming up. So yeah, Jean-Pierre Impala, fucking awesome. This is Sakura. We're just gonna go with that. Next up, this was a gift that I got for my birthday. So yeah, in between the break, I turned 30. So yeah, here we are at the big 3-0. Not really any different. I feel probably the most energized in my life that I've ever felt. Very optimistic about that. But Jack and Misty, much love, gave me a gift that's very cool to get, and I was very glad to get this record. It sounds great. I listened to the first disc, or the first side of the first record, and had to take it off just because like it wasn't I wasn't ready to listen to it yet. But this is Foo Fighters. This is their greatest hits record. Obviously with Taylor Hawkins passing away, it's good to get this and just kind of listen to what one of my favorite bands of all time really has done. There's not a bad song on this record at all. Foo Fighters, greatest hits. If you guys can find this, just pick it up, obviously. It's not a bad song. Yeah, there's not a bad song on this thing. So this was very cool to get. I just like having this. And through the new system, it sounds great. So Jack and Misty, thank you guys very much. I was very happy to get this one. This will always stay in the collection for sure. Next up, on kind of the groovier side of things, this is Zaba. This is Glass Animals. I got this at, I think, Barnes & Noble, I think is where I got this guy. Or it was one of them. But yeah, Glass Animals, Zaba. This album's really cool. If you guys know, you know. But yeah, I was very happy to pick this up. It's got such good low end bass too off of a record, which obviously when you're getting like the 180 grams, that's what you're kind of expecting, that deeper kind of resonant sound. But really, this record does a really good job of showing the full spectrum of what vinyl records can kind of get, which is kind of cool to find, because a lot of cheaper records you're not going to get that. You're going to get kind of flat sounds that aren't really doing exactly what you want them to do. But yeah, this record, if you guys get it, definitely I recommend get the 2-disc LP. You won't regret it at all. Like I said, you won't regret it. That's the slogan. That should be. On to the next one. This one, super favorite on this one. This one I picked up when I went up to, I think I show this in the vlog part, but this was when I went to my brother's wedding. I was up in Alexandria for a day waiting on the next train. As you guys know, I have the record that one of my favorite songs came off of this one, but I picked up Sade. This is the greatest hits album. Got this at Crossroads Record in Alexandria, I think is what it's called. is it Crossroads Records or is it Backstreet Records? One of them. I think it's Backstreet Records is where I got this. I think I talked about it in the vlog. But yeah, Sade's greatest hits. This woman fucking is everything to me. She is a great singer. I've taken a lot of inspiration from how she did stuff, listened to her my entire life, and I think it's where my love for exotic women come from. But yeah, Sade's greatest hits. If you don't own this, get this shit. Not a bad song on this also. I have the CD, I have the record, I have everything. So yeah, Sade, greatest hits, go pick it up. Next, I've got a couple more. There's probably like 5 more. The last one I'm really happy about, but this one definitely is an underrated thing to, I think is pretty easy to find. So if you guys can find it, definitely pick it up. And that is Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino. This is a really cool album, Redbone, and all the other songs that are on this. It's such an experimental sound for him, and I love Redbone. I think that is, I want to use this for a sample, so that's really kind of why I picked it up, but at the same time, very good album. Very cool that he tried something different, and it's very easy to try something different and then fall into the same thing that happens all the time in music right now. But yeah, Awaken My Love, Childish Gambino. You can find it, get it. It's at Barnes & Noble every time. I've never gone to Barnes & Noble and not seen that record. But yeah, the next one, we'll do this one. This album is really cool, and obviously everyone kind of knows what happened with this band, but this album specifically, I think is one of their most underrated projects, and that is the Reanimation album by Linkin Park. I grew up, and when this came out, it's the first time I ever heard of Executioners and a bunch of other people that are on this record. This shit is phenomenal, and it's got a fucking Zaku on the front. And I know it's not technically a Zaku, but it's a Zaku. This record, very good. Very big part of like me as a child, at least learning like remixing. Like the moment I heard this record, I was like, wait, you can take a song, do it over again, but change things about it and then just re-release it. And this is very good. There are some crazy songs that are on this record for sure. And I've always loved listening to this. Alchemist is on this. Like there's so many good people that did versions on this one. And now obviously Linkin Park records, they're kind of probably a good thing just to kind of get just going forward. But yeah, that's a very good record, very big part of my life. That's why I picked it up for sure, and zero regrets on picking it up. Very cool. It sounds very good too. Just forgive me if this is a repeat, but I don't think I have shown this. But that is Ohms. This is Deftones. This is the last record they put out. I really like this record. I think that Deftones is one of those bands. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. So obviously, like self-admitting incel music, but like it's good. Like this shit is good. This is a good album. Good grooves, good heavy parts, cool ass riffs. Like they got back to writing shit that I think people wanted to hear. I'm excited for the future. They're touring this album now finally. Obviously with COVID, that's where everything kind of got fucked up. But yeah, so they're touring this album. I think right now all the shows, they might have been over, but I don't know. Ohms, though, great album. Very glad that I picked this one up. This was kind of just a random find. I think I found a Barnes & Noble one day, and I was very glad to get that. So yeah, Ohms. And obviously, like I said, the next one is the Deftones records too, but this is one of my favorite Deftones records. Not my favorite, but one of my top 3, and that is Diamond Eyes. This album kind of was my big, like, when it came out, it was like my big first like introduction of this band, and then kind of died down, went behind and listened to the whole discography, and then came back when this was still kind of their newest thing. But this album has aged very well. And I know when this came out, a lot of like true hardcore Deftones fans were not really feeling this album. They thought it was like super new age, like just they kind of sold out, but it aged fucking phenomenally. That's all I say. From the moment this album starts to the moment that it ends, I know every word. I love every moment of it pretty much. And I don't think there's a bad song on this album. I really don't. But yeah, Diamond Eyes, this I was very glad to find. I found this in Roanoke randomly, which was a cool thing to find. But yeah, definitely glad to find these. Deftones records too, like if you're trying to find all their records, it can get kind of pricey. Saturday Night Wrist is my favorite album of theirs, so if anybody has that, and especially if you have that Hot Topic fucking Coke bottle blue or whatever the fuck that shit's called, that jade colored one. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'll put a picture of it right here. Yeah, that's like a grail for me for sure. That, and I don't even care if it's bootleg, but a Frank Ocean Channel Orange. If they can ever put that out, I will lose my mind. All right, but yeah, 3 last records that we got. I'll show you this one. This was a Target exclusive one. This is a really good album, and I highly recommend people get this. If you can find it at Target, it's super cheap too. It's like 17 bucks. But that is Kids See Ghosts, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, obviously, and it's got the crazy pink translucent pink vinyl. This is the Target exclusive. This is a cool album. I think the Murakami art definitely on the front is pretty iconic, and people know this album pretty much from the moment they see it. But when you slide that translucent pink vinyl out, it's pretty cool for sure. But yeah, Kids See Ghosts, very cool. Glad to get it. Try and move through, just not trying to take up the rest of the day. But these next two, huge finds. Both of these were Barnes & Noble. First one was cool to find. The second one was fucking mind-blowing. These are the last two pickups I think that I have gotten. I think this is pretty much what I got this past month. But first, it would be the debut album of Gorillaz. There's nothing that people haven't said about this album. It's great. This is a really good album. Very glad to find it. Clint Eastwood, my band, we do a great, I think we do a good cover of it. I fuck with the song. I fuck with this album. This was a very cool thing when I was a kid, when it came out, for me to just be like, I want to do cool shit like that for sure. And such good imagery, such good amounts of inspiration that come from shit like this. And I think we're in a cool, like, I guess, second coming of wave music like this. Just like a second coming of new age musicians that want to make new things. And this is kind of like a pioneer dude and pioneer band forever. Like Gorillaz, they will always have a place in modern music now because they push the motherfucking limits. But yeah, really good album. Glad to find that. It's not super hard to find, but it ain't super easy either. That was just kind of chilling. I've only seen it there once, and I scooped that shit just like I did this last one. So yeah, before we get out, I'm going to show you this last record. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's probably super long, and we're going to show the second part here. We'll figure it out. It might be the front, it might be the back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the last record, I was at Barnes & Noble the other day, was very glad to find this. There are so many variants of this thing, but I was glad to at least just get one of them. I have definitely more, I guess, of this genre in a way. We'll get into it once I show you what it is. But this genre is definitely something that I want to use for sampling, and kind of where Zazaby and that whole, whatever this project turns into, this is kind of the whole point of it, is pulling inspiration from this medium in particular. And the album that I found was, like, this is one of my favorite shows of all time, as you guys, pretty sure I've talked a little bit on the vlog about it, but was about to leave Barnes & Noble. I had Rage Against the Machine's first album on vinyl. It was like 27 bucks, and I was like, I might get this, and then I was like, nah, I ain't gonna spend it. If anything just gets me, then I'll get some, but I'm about to roll. And then I'm walking out, and then I see this thing, and I didn't even look at the price tag. I just remember grabbing it and immediately walking up to the front desk. But nonetheless, that was right here, the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. Yeah, the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack right here. This is the Ein edition. The little dog, he's one of my favorite. We'll put a picture of him right here just because I want to put a picture of Ein somewhere in this video. This is the white and the brown variant. I'm not gonna take them out just because it's kind of a bitch to get this whole thing done. I was trying to put sleeves in it, but it's very cumbersome. But yeah, this is the Ein edition. Was very glad to find this. There are some fucking bangers on this soundtrack, and that's kind of, I guess, where we're wrapping it up. So anime soundtracks are really what I do want to use going forward with Zazaby and a lot of other projects too. Sampling it, finding the inspiration from it, because anime, as you guys know, is one of my biggest influences. And now I'm kind of like in a spot, I think, musically, where meshing all of that can kind of open some new doors, I think, to wherever I think my creativity can go. Because sometimes I get really intimidated as a musician and as a creative, like, person, and just like as an artist as a whole. I don't know which direction to go into, and I'm on this fucking just trust in the universe thing right now, where I'm like, dude, just mesh it all together and something's gonna come out of it. And one of those is sampling anime records. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot more content that's coming through. I just wanted to kind of update people. It's been a while, but I'm just kind of making shit when I want to. But just know that your boy is in good spirits. There's some awesome music that's gonna be coming, and I'm really excited to show it to you. And there's gonna be some awesome records that are gonna be getting picked up. So we'll definitely be taking you guys in the vlog different record shops. There's a couple in my area, not a lot, but we may have to travel a little bit, try and figure out maybe a little trip vlog to see what we can find out in the wild. But nonetheless, you guys, thank you very much for watching the vlog. Check out Howe TV if you want to see more content. If you want to subscribe to this channel, that's cool. I don't beg you to do it, but if you feel compelled to fuck with the vision and fuck with your boy, hit the subscribe down at the bottom and, you know, like your video and do all that other crap. But like I said, I don't beg you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe. And yeah, we'll see you. Peace.